Hey, runners, it is Tuesday, March 24th, and I hope everyone is doing well. Most of you probably at home, I would imagine, working from home. Um, just obviously with the whole pandemic, a lot of folks are kind of cooped up, if you will. But what's encouraging is I still see people out there getting their walks, their runs, cycling. It's really encouraging to see that it is safe to go outside. It's just not safe to congregate in large groups. So you know, some people are afraid to go outside. They feel they're going to catch the coronavirus. That simply isn't true. Obviously practice social distancing. Cover your mouth when you're coughing and sneezing and such. That's all common sense, anyways. But we all need to stay active. We all need to uh, take care of ourselves, whether that's at home, if you have a home gym, or you're just doing exercises inside the house. Try to get outside. Take a break here and there. Go out for some fresh air. It really does make you feel good. And like today, there's plenty of sun. The vitamin D that our body needs. Get out there and do it. So today, we'll be just kind of going over my 3 mile. Well, so here's what I did today. Total miles was 3.5, but uh, I don't know if you're partaking in virtual races, but we've all kind of shifted the way we are running. Perhaps you are impacted because some of your races have been canceled or postponed. I know I had a race that was coming up this Saturday that has been postponed at a later date. Not sure when, but there are virtual races out there, and you don't have to race these by all means. I mean, you can walk it, you can take it as easy as you want, but they're making it so you can get out and participate so you feel like you haven't lost everything. Maybe, you're just, uh, what's the word, tapering for a half marathon, a marathon, and you still want to do it. Well, there are virtual races. If you're familiar with the Rambling Runner, he has a podcast and he actually has some virtual races. My run that I did this morning was for another virtual race from Final Surge. Final Surge, if you're not familiar with it, it is a free account that anyone can get, and you can log all your exercise there. All your runs can go. If you use like a Garmin watch, for example, you can automatically have it sync from your Garmin Connect account directly to Final Surge, and you see all your information loaded up there. You see your graph of your runs, your course, your splits, everything. It's really nice. I'm a coach, so I have an athlete that I'm currently coaching who's utilizing Final Surge, and I can see when he's basically done his workout like yesterday, and I can go in there and make comments. We can communicate back and forth. It's free if you're just doing it for yourself. If you're a coach like myself, you do pay for it, and it is a great site. But anyways, Final Surge is putting on basically a virtual race that anyone can participate in. And so this morning I did a 5K. Not really. It's not a race for me. It was more like Tuesdays are typically speed workout days. So today I was just doing a 2x1 mile, and as long as I covered 3.1 miles in total, then it would go down as their virtual 5K. So I warmed up for a mile, and then I did a mile at 8:06 pace. I rested for walking, that is, for 3 minutes, and then picked it back up, and I did 7:18. Now that was a quick mile, but mind you, my elevation change, I guess, was 71 feet downhill. So it was pretty much a nice gradual downhill, whereas the first mile was slightly up, 45 gain and 21 loss with a net of 24 feet climb. So I did 3.5 miles altogether with a short recovery. So with that, you can see a leaderboard, and I believe the last check last hour, there was about 1,900, almost 2,000 participants, and that number will probably go up. But I believe they're doing that from the 23rd. I want to say it's going to the end of the week. So if you go to finalsurge.com, get an account. If you don't have a Garmin watch, I'm not sure what other watches in terms of GPS watches work directly to sync up with Final Surge. You can actually run with your phone. If you run with your phone, I don't. It's just too big for me to be lugging around. For me, the watch is great, but I know a lot of people that do run with it, whether they've got a little belt that they put it in, an arm strap. Again, like I said, for me, it's just too big to, put a big phone around my arm, or there is something you can put around your waist if you're comfortable with that. But if you are using a phone, you want to download the Final Surge app so that you can record your run, and then it'll go down as a race when you do that. The other one is the Rambling Runner. Now, I'm doing that one this Saturday. As mentioned earlier, my 5K race, the Donut or Do Not, it's called Donut, but it's really like Do Not Run. It's a 5K race, and there's going to be plenty of donuts out there. So that's why they're calling it the Donut or Do Not Judge Me race. That was supposed to be this Saturday, but has been postponed. It's probably not going to happen for a while. So instead, I'm going to do the virtual race by the Rambling Runner. And if you go check out his website at, let me get it here. It is the ramblingrunner.com/virtual race series. And Rambling Runner is spelled RAMBLING runner.com/virtual race series. There you get all the information. You do have to have a Strava account. Many people out there do have Strava accounts. It's like a community-based tracker that, after you do your run, whether you're tracking it on your phone through the Strava app or, again, using a GPS. For me, it's the Garmin, but if you have a GPS watch, you could have everything loaded directly onto Strava. You do need to sign up for a Strava account first, and Strava accounts are free unless you go up to the premium account. I have the Strava account, this the free one. I don't really use it much, but when I'm done with my running, my data from my Garmin watch goes strictly from Garmin Connect to Final Surge, and then it also goes to Strava. So I've got different platforms that I can see all of my running information on there. Once you sign up for Strava, there are several virtual races that are happening. You want to, one, as mentioned, create the Strava account. Number two, join the Rambling Runner Run Club. And all this will be on that website at ramblingrunner.com/virtual race series. Once you join the club, then you join the races that you're interested in. And the races go in order as such. There's the 5K from March 27th through the 29th, so that's this coming weekend. A 10K the following weekend, April 3rd through the 5th, and then a half marathon, April 17th through the 19th, and then there's a marathon about a month later, May 15th through the 17th. So it's kind of spaced out a little bit for the half and, of course, the marathon. So again, you don't have to treat this as a race, but some people will do it as a race because, let's face it, many people's races have been canceled or postponed until further notice. So this is one way for the running community to stay active, and then you can go online and check out all the leaderboard results. It's pretty cool. I think it's a really fun way for all of us to, I guess, stay in the loop and keep each other accountable for that. For me, this weekend, I'll treat it closer to a race than an easy run. Am I expecting to run as fast as I normally do when I do a 5K? No. If I do, then I simply am not pushing myself hard enough during the races when there's hundreds or thousands of people out there. So it will be interesting. I was actually out on the course that I designed because I am doing it with my wife and my sister-in-law. We didn't invite really other people just because of the whole social distancing. So we want to keep this at a minimal. We will definitely practice social distancing of at least 6 feet or more. But we went out there, my wife and I, we went for a bike ride yesterday afternoon and kind of rode the course. It's challenging. I didn't realize, because I mapped it from home using plotaroute.com, which I love, if you're familiar with it. If not, check it out. I know part of the course, but I didn't know the other half of it. And we start out basically at a nice climb for about a quarter mile, maybe a little more. And then it drops a little bit and it comes back up. But then we finish with a nice downhill for about, I want to say it was more than a half a mile. So it should be interesting to see how we do it. It's just something to, take part in and have some fun and be active. So yeah, that's it. We are definitely getting by. There's tons of stories out there on Instagram. What was pretty cool though, this morning, I rode my bike while my wife Carrie did her speed work, and she did it in an area called Lakewood, a few miles from our house, and it's basically a nice, almost basically 2.5 miles. Not completely flat. There are some sections where it's a little bit of a climb, nothing crazy, but when you're doing speed work, you can definitely feel it. She was working on doing a 5 by 1K, that is 5 by 1,000 meters. And she was trying to hit a certain time. As we were heading out there on her warm-up, I was on my bike. There was a stretch of sidewalk, and people were writing down just some motivational, positive words like, you are amazing. We will get over this. We will come together. I think you're seeing that across the country, all the positive sayings out there, and people are really trying to remain positive. And in the end, that's what we have to do. We have a choice to make, and we could either be positive or we can be negative. But in the end, it's what we do as individuals that will impact how we react to this as a group. So I definitely encourage everyone out there to, practice common courtesy, to be kind to others. And, we're seeing that out there. My wife and I we were out on the trails on Sunday, a couple days ago, and we just felt like people were friendlier. They were saying hi more often. Not that people didn't say hi, but it just feels like people are a lot friendlier when we see them out there. So that's what we need to continue to do. Stay active, stay vigilant, practice your social distancing. Please don't take more toilet paper or essentials and groceries than you need. There are people out there who definitely need that. And so, just be a good person overall. It's really not hard to do. Anyways, hoping you are in good health and all is well with you, your family and friends. And I would love to hear from you. Put down in the comments down below, what you're doing for any of your trainings. If you're still training, are there virtual runs that you're doing? If so, If you're not doing the Rambling Runner or Final Search, please let me know. I'd be interested to see what else is out there. Maybe I would participate in as well. And if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please do so down at the bottom. And we would love to have you get content as it becomes available on this site. Thank you for watching. Have a great Tuesday, everyone. Be safe. Talk to you soon.